Why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor.
What's up guys, Peter here back with a huge NBA 2K17 video. This is going to be the best way to shoot. Obviously I'm not going to tell you the controls to shoot, even though it is a lot different than last year. There's more options, but this is going to be the best shooting tips for making a lot more greens, for taking better shots, and what's a better shot selection in this game, and just overall how to make all of your shots when you're either playing park, pro-am, even my career if you're grinding for badges. And yeah, I know shooting this year is a big issue, I guess you can call it. It's very inconsistent. They really lowered the caps, even lower than last year because of all the archetypes and stuff like that. And plus, like, 2K's coming out with all these new shooting patches, which really affect how certain players shoot and stuff like that. But yeah, make sure you guys drop a like for these shooting tips. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe for more daily NBA 2K17 content. It would honestly mean the world to me, but let's just get right into the video. So, I know the first thing you want to do is make a player that's good at shooting. And when you get the player, you want to max out your 3-point and mid-range scoring. You can see my shooting off dribble isn't maxed. That's because shooting off dribble in this game is really only fadeaways. So eventually I will max it out, but right now I don't have enough attribute upgrades. But anything other than a fadeaway is pretty much under the 3-point shooting and mid-range shooting category. So max out whatever player you have. And the player you want to make, I would suggest only 4 archetypes, or like 1 of 4 for your player: playmaker, point forward, stretch big, and sharpshooter. Stretch bigs and sharpshooters obviously your main option if you want to shoot a lot better. He's gonna have like 25 bars in mid-range and 3-point shooting. I know a lot of people want a sharpshooter, but they really don't want to sacrifice dribble moves such as speed boosting. I did make a video on that player build, which is very overpowered, so make sure you guys go check that out. And then playmakers and point forwards have the second best shooting attributes in the game. I really wouldn't suggest anything else. Shot creators, I know people think it's good, but the only shots they can really make are fadeaways. So unless you're really good at making fadeaways, which is gonna like kind of contradict this video because I'm showing you like what 2K considers a very good shot and like what animations are the best shooting animations. I guess it'll contradict this video, but I guess you can stick with your shot creator, especially if you already upgraded him and you really know how to play with him. Then just stick with him, but also consider making another player. So yeah, max out your attributes. Obviously it will help you make more shots. Of course you're going to want to practice your jump shot. So what you're going to want to do is go to options, go to settings, and make sure your game difficulty is on Hall of Fame. The reason why you want to do this is because it's a lot harder to get greens on Hall of Fame. So once you do start getting greens and you go back to something like Park, which I believe is on All-Star Casual, you will be making greens for pretty much every single shot. And also for like Pro-Am, even though it's simulation, it's not Hall of Fame. So you will be getting a lot more greens in Park and Pro-Am if you have your practice shot, or like whenever you're practicing in my court or my career, if you have the game difficulty on Hall of Fame. And then adding on to that, what you're going to want to do is pick a jump shot that's very good for you. Now I've made multiple jump shot videos, like top 5 jump shots, the best jump shot after certain patches, stuff like that. So you can check that out if you want. But if you already have a jump shot that you always use, that you're consistent with, then that's all you got to do. So with my player, I actually have a custom jump shot on. I will be making a video completely on how to make the best custom jump shot for you. And this jump shot really does work for me. It took me like a really long time to find a custom jump shot that really does work for me. And I don't get greens on everything, obviously, like Hall of Fame, but I do get it on the line pretty much every time, and it is good practice for when I get into Park and I do get a lot more greens. So just choose a jump shot that does work for you and stick with it, because you will need to get that timing down, and once you do get the timing, you will be able to start making a lot more shots. It'll become super natural to you. You don't even need the shot meter anymore. One thing that I did forget that is very important about shooting is get your shooting badges. I mean, this player, I don't have like every single badge on. I'm still consistently grinding for badges. But you can see here, actually, I'm just going to go to like, I guess, my minutes and just, okay, so basically you have a grand badge, which will it'll help you a lot, even if you're a playmaker, but especially with sharpshooters. I have some park badges that will help you, and then I have shooting badges that will really help me shoot a lot better with catch and shoot, corner specialist, and limitless range. And keep in mind, when you do have a sharpshooter, all 3 of those badges will be able to go to Hall of Fame, which will help you shoot a lot better. So that goes on to your shot selection. Certain shots in this game go in a lot more than they should, and some don't. So basically anything 2K has go in or miss that will normally like do the opposite in real life, this is going to be helping you do that, because obviously an open shot is going to go in more than a contested shot, believe it or not. 2K has fixed that since last year's patch 6. But yeah, so if you're going to shoot a 3, the obvious best place is to shoot in the corner, because it's the shortest 3-pointer and you're going to have corner specialists. So just shoot from the corner as much as you can. It will really help you. Catch and shoots in this game go in more than shooting off dribble. They go in more, even if you're like dribbling like this, dribbling however you want, just spamming your stick, and you just pull up to shoot a shot. Like even if you pause like that, I mean, you're probably gonna pause like not as much as that, but you know what I mean. If you're just gonna dribble and then shoot, but you shoot normally like how you normally would, it'll still go in a little bit less, because that's just how this game works. So you're not going to want to dribble too much, and also catch and shoot to go in more because you have more fatigue. So obviously in my core I can't really show you, but when you're dribbling, you're going to lose your fatigue pretty quickly in this game. So the lower your fatigue, especially if it's blinking, will make your shot go in a lot less. That's probably the main reason catch and shoots go in more. The shots you're going to really want to avoid are the shots that make you shoot differently. So for example, the hop step like that, that's going to shoot differently, and that's not even like the normal hop step. You also have a hop step like this, where you go like that and then you shoot it like that. So that's going to be a lot different as well. You're also going to want to avoid fadeaways. You can just fade away if you just like that. That's a gather shot or fadeaway or whatever you want to call it. You're going to avoid shooting like that. So try to set your feet. Obviously 2K is going to not make you do exactly what you want some of the time. But yeah, gather shots, anything that isn't your normal jump shot will go in a lot less. And then of course tireless score and difficult shots will help with the fatigue and like the gather and fadeaway shots. But again, you're still going to want to take a good open shot. That is normally how you would shoot. So try to set your feet. And yeah, also you're going to want to shoot this year when your shot meter is the biggest it can be. So as you can see here, it's not getting any closer, so it is the biggest it can be. You're going to especially see this in playmakers and point forwards, but look how fast it goes to very little as I back up. Like I literally backed up like maybe 4 feet right there, and it already goes down to like a shrink. Like look how much it shrunk. Like it's very little right here. The timing is still about the same, but as you can see, I don't make that because I don't have like limitless range on Hall of Fame. But the little bar is just letting you know that you have a very low chance of making that shot. That is why 2K does that. Now I did make a video earlier on the secret way to get greens with aiming your jump shot. Now 2K actually has come out with a patch that really changed that. So honestly, I would recommend shooting with X rather than the stick. Whatever really works for you though. If you're already very used to shooting with a stick and you can aim it perfect every single time, and I mean every single time, you can keep shooting with the stick. But if you don't aim it correctly every single time, like that was aimed correctly, right? The timing wasn't right. I can't really aim and get the timing right all the time just because I can't really shoot. I just don't like shooting with the stick, right? I really tried at the beginning of the year, but it just didn't work out for me, so I started shooting with X. But if you can get the timing and the aiming right all the time, then I would suggest shooting with the stick. But the patch 2K did come out with actually nerfed the shooting with the stick. So unless you get it perfect every time, it will really deteriorate the chances of you making the shot. So if your timing is just as good with like aiming as it is with shooting with X, and you can get excellent aiming every single time, then I would recommend shooting with the stick. But I know a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people are still used to shooting with X in previous 2Ks. But if you can't do that, I still recommend you shoot with X because of that shooting patch that did nerf shooting with the stick. And also I know a lot of people are still used to shooting X from previous 2Ks, and that is why I do recommend shooting with X. So it's really up to you. Just consider what I just said. And then adding on to that, the types of shots you want to take. I would honestly take more mids than 3-pointers, especially if you are a playmaker, because 3-pointers on playmakers and point forwards, they're a lot less than their mid-range shot. Mid-rangers are a lot more consistent on playmakers. If you're a sharpshooter, you can really just shoot either one. Just make sure you have an open shot. But that is about it. I really hope I didn't forget something, but I also really hope that at least one of these tips did help you, or you did learn something from this video, especially with the whole practice thing, because I know a lot of people still play on rookie. I know like grinding for badges, it's a lot easier on rookie, so don't be afraid to just still grind for badges on rookie. But if you're just gonna overall shoot in your my court, I would recommend putting it on Hall of Fame. So I hope you guys did learn something from this video, and this does help you shoot a lot better in park. But practice will help you a lot, just remember that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you could drop a like, it would mean a lot. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace. Okay, so you know when I did shoot that half-court shot and I missed, so I've actually shot 5 in a row and I missed. This is with a playmaker on Hall of Fame with like no shot meter. So I'm gonna try one more time right here, shooting a half-court shot. Okay, let's go. Oh my, I was gonna say, dude, if I missed 6 in a row, I'd be so mad.